Hello, students. The topic is international terrorism. Now, I want you to close your eyes and imagine the three countries Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Iran. All these are beautiful places, but there is no peaceful environment. The political crises are frequent, economic issues, and there is a frequent social unrest. The rate of hunger, poverty, discrimination, inequality, strict rules, all these are turning many of the people to become criminals and are getting attracted to terrorism. Not only these countries, even in India, there are terrorist groups. So, in this video, I am going to tell you one of the most important topic, terrorism. So listen carefully. Okay. See, students, the crimes, robberies, killings, etc. All these happen in the places where there is poverty, discrimination, and inequality. Similarly, terrorism is also driven by these three factors, that is, poverty, discrimination, and inequality. It is mostly driven by ideologies. So we have left wing and the right wing ideologies. The left wing ideologies are driven by the reformations. Okay, so the left wing people want change. Okay, these left wing are mainly supported by the poor people, whereas coming to the right wing don't want any change in the society. So these right wing is supported by the nobles, rich people, etc. Okay, so the left wing ideologies are promoted by the poor, discriminated people. They want equal rights, they want change in the society, they want religion and government separately. So, in short, the left wing promote democracy, equality. And coming to the right wing ideology, it is generally supported by the rich and nobles. They want religion and the government in one form. That is, they want the king's rule, or they want only single rule, and that is mainly focused on only one religion. Okay, so whole country should support only one religion according to the right wing ideology, and the government should be in favor of the rich by taking less taxes from them, promoting capitalism, etc. So these are the conservatives. They don't want any change in the society, while the left wing want change in the society. There are left wing communism, right wing communism, and religious ideologies. The left wing communism want change in the society, equality in the society. The right wing capitalism, who don't want any change in the society, and they support the ideology of rich being rich and poor being poor. Okay, only the rich will make industries, will grow more industries, will manufacture more, will produce more, and they want the poor to be as a slaves. So they don't want this equality form of ideology. That is the right wing ideology. And coming to the religious ideologies, all want to promote only one religion. So whether in a country, if there are different religions, they want all them to get out of their countries. So that is about the few religious ideologies. So all these are the three major ideologies, the main causes for the terrorism. Al Qaeda is one of the terrorist organization. It is born on the religious ideology. ISIS is born on the international injustice. So there are many reasons. We know the three main reasons for terrorism is poverty, discrimination, and inequality. So these are the foundations for the growing violence in the countries. So ISIS, Al Qaeda, all these are, they want to promote one religion, or they want to be against the world or against the government which promotes inequality and discrimination. Or they, some terrorist groups are also like that. They want to rule the entire country, or they want to listen for them. Okay, they want their organizations to be more powerful than any other organizations. So due to all these reasons, terrorism has come into existence. So, to counter the terrorism, various organizations and programs were set up. So, those are the United Nations Global Terrorism Strategy, GCTS. So, it was adopted by the General Assembly. So, General Assembly is a part of United Nations. Okay. So, this GCTS aims to improve the national, regional, and international efforts to counter terrorism, and it has four main pillars. Look at this box over here. The first pillar is to measure the measures to address the conditions conducive to spread the terrorism. Next is measures to prevent and combat terrorism, measures to build states' capacity in order to prevent and abolish terrorism, and measures to ensure respect for human rights. So all these are the four pillars of United Nations Global Counter Terrorism Strategy. So it was launched in 2006. So the next one is UNSC's Counter Terrorism Committee, CTC. So UNSC countries have passed a resolution called Resolution 1373 in 2001 to monitor terrorism. So a committee called UNSC Counter Terrorism Committee was formed to look after the resolution. So the resolution suggests that the countries have to implement and take measures to counter terrorism at home, local regions, and around the world. Next is the Global Counterterrorism Forum, that is GCTF. This is like an informal platform to discuss about the counterterrorism measures, and India is also part of it. The next one is United Nations Countering Terrorist Travel Program. So this one, United Nations Office of Counter Terrorism has launched the program. Okay, so based on the data from Interpol, they assess the different countries to detect the terrorists and their attacks, and they help to counter it. Did you notice one thing? This is the second initiative of United Nations. The first one is UNGCT. So here, the first one is UNGCT, United Nations Global Counter Terrorism Strategy, and this one is United Nations Countering Terrorist Travel Program. So both are the UN initiatives. So the next one is Financial Action Task Force. So this is a form to detect and counter the sponsors of terrorism and other illegal acts. It is International Anti-Money Laundering Agency. The next one is SCO Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure, RATS. So it helps and cooperates with the international organizations and agencies in countering terrorism, separatism, and extremism. The next one is Global Terrorism Index. So to analyze the terrorist acts and understand the impacts of terrorism, Institute for Economics and Peace, IEP, released this Global Terrorism Index. The next one is Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism, CCIT. Our India has proposed to create this organization on 17th December 1996 in the United Nations General Assembly in order to criminalize all forms of terrorist acts like funding, supporting the terrorist attacks, etc. Okay, so all these are the initiatives taken to counter terrorism at the international level. Now coming to the national level, India has also made few initiatives to counter terrorism. They are, the first one is Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of 1967. So it created to counter all sorts of activities that promotes terrorism. The second one is National Investigation Agency, NIA. It is the national agency to detect terrorist moves, activities, etc. The third one is National Intelligence Grid or NatGrid. So it is the intelligence agency that detects suspicious moves related to terrorism and counters it. Next one is There are two divisions. Two divisions were created under the Ministry of Home Affairs. One is the Counter Terrorism and Counter Radicalization Division, and the other one is Cyber and Security Division. So these both are related to terrorism, counter radicalization, cyber security, etc. So, and do you know this? Even many national and international initiatives, programs, policies, rules, regulation, etc., all these are made, but still, till this date, there is no definition for terrorism. United Nations, which is like a big brother for all organizations, till now did not define terrorism. For this reason, in the 49th G7 summit held in this year, 2023, India has questioned on the platform of G7 that why United Nations still now was not able to define terrorism. India is now mainly concentrating on to counter the terrorism and its acts. Recently, in the SCO summit held in July 2023, India has called on the Shanghai Cooperation Organization to combat and eliminate terrorism and to catch hold of them who support the terrorist groups.